1.
This tutorial is going to show you how to send out an alert using the email format. So I'm going to go ahead and open up SwiftK12. Remember, it's this, you're signed into PowerSchool, and it's this link over here on the left-hand side that says Swift Reach SwiftK12. When I click on that, it's going to take me to this teacher dashboard or home screen. So again, just like the SMS/text message alert, you're going to click on create and send. And again, I won't have any students in this account because I don't have any classes assigned to my name, but you will be able to see those when you go in to do your own. So again, basic info, you have to put in an alert name. Some of them will show up here, so I'm going to go ahead and just call it Swift Training again. The alert is just for me, I'm just going to say it's a test message. Again, this description is just for your records. It's going to show up in the list of your alerts that you've sent and also show up in the history and when you go in to look at the reports and stuff like that. So you will only have the option to put in as a teacher message for the type of alert. And then your recipients, again, all of your students would select every student that you have in a course. Your students by courses would select your students that are in your courses. And then sections or individual students again. So for this, I'm just, again, going to click on all my students. And I'm enabling the duplicate contact filtering so that it doesn't send multiple messages to duplicate contacts. Then I click next. And here we have the options of what types of messages we would like to send. You are, again, able to send all three of these at the same time. You can send one at a time. The last tutorial that you watched should have been the text message tutorial. I'm going to do an email tutorial this time. So for the message content entry here where it says basic or advanced, you would click on basic for the ones that you're just doing one type of message for, and then click next. If you were doing both a text message and an email, you would click on the advanced if you wanted the message to be different in each alert. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. And here you can see it kind of looks the same as when we send an email. So your message subject, I would put from Mrs. Kupfer or whatever your name is. You could also put your grade level, and if it's field trip information or a reminder that you're all sending out, you could say that it's a 6th grade field trip reminder or whatever you want the message subject to be. And then your message content would go down in the bigger box. And this is where you would write, dear guardians, please remember to send a bag lunch with your child for the field trip, and then whatever other information you would need in there. You can actually add attachments to these. So if you were to add, for example, the field trip form, or if there is a form that the place where you're going needs filled out, for example, like a permission to climb the climbing wall or, something like that, you could add the attachment to the message and the parents would be able to open it in their email. Music teachers or band directors or any of the special teachers, if you have something going on where you want to send home a flyer to multiple people at once, this would be a great way to do that as well. So you would add an attachment the same way that you add it in your email. You would just click on add attachment and then choose a file. And I'm not actually going to choose a file, but you would go into your documents, and mine are a little bit overwhelming, so I'm not going to do that. But you would just choose the file just like you would in a normal email, and then you would click upload. I am just going to click cancel. And then that would be attached to this message as you send it out to whoever you have chosen to receive the alert. So once I'm done entering in all of that information and adding any attached files that I want to add on there, I'm going to click Next. And it's going to give us kind of a summary of what our alert will look like. So for example, it tells me the school that it's coming from, that it's being sent to all of my students. It's being sent via email, and then how many messages will be sent out. Now, since I don't have any students, again, mine say 0. Yours will say the number of students or guardians that it will go to. And then it'll give you your message content down here. So if I save and continue, it's going to ask me how I want to launch this, or when I want to launch this, I should say. I can send it right now. I can launch it later, or I can send a test alert to myself. Again, the first few times that you do this, you may want to send the test alert to yourself to make sure that it's going to look the way that you want it to look for parents. And it just is a very good idea to send that. So if I click on that, I would put in my email address, and then I would launch the test, and this is what it looks like. It tells you that it's been sent, and then it would go to your email, and you would get an email just like the parents would get, or guardians would get when you send out your alert. I am going to go ahead and show you in this tutorial how to launch it later. So for here, you would choose, is this an alert that you're going to send out on a weekly basis? For example, if there's something that students need to do every Thursday or every week, you would click Run Weekly, and it would just send that out on whatever day you choose at whatever time you choose to send it out. If you want to run it just once, you would just choose the time and the date that you want it sent. And monthly, again, you would choose the date, or like the first Monday of the month every month. This would be great for library books when they're due. With the rotating schedule, that makes it a little bit trickier, but it would be something that would always come out or always go out to the parents. Then after you set that up, you would click Next. And it's, yeah, see, I don't know if I can do it because I don't have, let's do this. We'll say tomorrow. And then click Next, and it tells you the alert name and when it's scheduled for. You're making sure, and then you would finalize the alert. I'm not going to do that. It's not going to send anything out to anybody, but just in case, I'm not going to go ahead and finalize the alert. When I go back, this is where it takes you. It's just going to take you back. So if you need, once you send out an alert, you want to go back and you want to send out another one or start over, I would always go up to this home button and just click on that, and it takes you back to the beginning. So I will be showing in the next tutorial how to set up a phone call.